as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Denver. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Run there on first down, and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Off play action. Huntley. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Vegas. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Huntley. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Off play action. Huntley going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Marquise Goodwin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw into the hands of Fant. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Prescott. Swings this out for Hunt. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now Prescott on 4th down. Being chased out left. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Prescott. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They find some open field here. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Play action now, Prescott. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
After one, our score, 9-3. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On first down, Huntley. And he'll find Hall. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Off the play fake, Huntley. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The kick by Carlson is good. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A pitch comes to Dobbins. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now Prescott. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success. So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Let's go. 19, travel, 19, He's checking.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Huntley. Flush to his right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
To the air again, Prescott, and this is caught by Watkins. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Hands it off out of the gun, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's a diving catch right side.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw on second down, Huntley. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A final shot before break. Huntley eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Time is a money. Hey, come on out here.
Prescott to throw it. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
First down, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
No gain on the play there, second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's Prescott. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
7, Mike, 7. Guys, game situation. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play there for the Raiders. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try and run for it. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge play there for Denver. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Prescott from the gun. On the move to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On play action, Prescott. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Looking to throw. Huntley. That's caught by Waller out left side.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waddle. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 26. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled.
Touchdown, Raiders! Henry Ruggs with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Called it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Let's go, defense. All right, who we got? Mike 7.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. That catch good for only a couple. Ball at the 23, second and 8. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Buying time to his left. This is a diving effort by Evans. What a catch. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Prescott yet again. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Prescott. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Prescott now. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Hey, let's get this.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Flush to his right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And now the rookie's free. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Another run here with Dobbins. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Mike 27. Mike 19. Light.
Back to throw. Huntley. Escaping the pressure right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It'll go as a sack for a loss of a yard, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Huntley. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Dobbins.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
so for Las Vegas.
It's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.